Guess you can't be a genius at everything. Radical! Excellent! Front page! Thanks for bringing it, Mum.
Maggie, it's getting dark. I'd really like you to come home now, please.
Not until we've saved our tree.
It might get cold out here. Have you got any blankets up there? I mean 2 sets.
Of course.
And I thought you might want Arthur to tuck in with you. Hello, Maggie.
Oh, Mum, please. Go away.
Oh, all right. But I'll leave the door unlocked in case you change your mind. Otherwise, I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Good evening, Mr.
Good evening.
Carver.
What do you want?
I want you to get down and stop playing this silly charade. You're never going to win.
Says who?
You're up against the whole department. And once they're set on a course of action, they won't allow anything or anybody to stop them. Believe me, we're talking ruthless people.
So why do you work for them?
That's not the issue. Look, I understand that you love this tree, but it's got to go. So why don't you make life easier for everybody, accept the inevitable, and come down? Now, what do you say?
Tell him, Tim.
This whole tree affair is blown right out of proportion. And Mr. Carver was wondering if you might not be able to help him.
How?
She's your sister, isn't she?
Not by choice.
Well, your friend. I'm sure you could convince her to give it away. I'd be most grateful. And I assure you the minister would remember the favour next time the question of the Right Foundation's funding came up.
You trying to bribe us, Mr. Carver?
Well, not exactly.
Shame, shame, shame.
Look, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to do your own dirty work. We're out of here.
I taped the news last night. You both look very heroic.
How cool. Hey, I hope my parents saw me.
Yes, they did. They rang.
Vegemite, my favourite. Thanks, Mrs. Colbert. Any news?
Only that you're driving poor Mr. Carver to a nervous breakdown. Ever since the newspaper articles, his department has been flooded with angry calls.
Excellent!
So, now that you've achieved so much, I think you should consider coming down. You've done all you can. Well, Maggie?
Wow, look! They're here because of us, Mum. Can you see them?
Yes, I see them, Maggie. Well done. But will you please come down now?
Sorry, Mum, but no can do. It isn't over until we get a guarantee that this tree will not be chopped down. And to get that guarantee, Tim and I are going to take this protest to even greater heights to ever greater heights.
We are.
That's right, Tim.
A hunger strike? I never thought that'd go that far.
I wouldn't worry. It'll be a cold day on Venus before Maggie lets herself starve.
I don't know. I think she means business.
Oh, please. Maggie can afford to lose a few kilos. Anyway, I've got homework to do.
How can you think about homework when your little sister is up in that tree starving? Possibly to death.
Give me a break. Since when have you been so concerned anyway?
The more I think about it, the more I reckon Maggie and Tim are right. And we should support them. They need all the help they can get.
Are you accusing me of not supporting my little sister?
But can't you just send someone to take a photograph or something? Hang on. How long have we been starving?
About 2 hours now.
2 hours, but we're getting pretty skinny. All right. Bye.
What'd they say?
The same as the television people. Ring us back in a couple of weeks when we've nearly died of starvation.
Yeah, that's a problem with hunger strikes. People aren't interested until someone looks like checking out.
Hey,
What are you doing here?
I'm joining you. Show that Mike Masters about support.
You can't do that.
Why not?
Because this is a private protest.
Maggie, you've called the newspapers. You've been on the news. You've alerted everyone in a 100-mile radius of here. How private can it be?
She's got a point, Maggie.
Anyway, if you want to save this tree, the more people up here, the better.
She's got another point.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. Ready for one more?
How's the feature here? Great minds think alike.
Another friend of the planet. This is great.
Yeah, great.
I'm telling you that your son has taken up residence in a tree.
Mm-hmm. Is that where he is? You know, I think the name Vespucci suits her. It was, my idea, you know.
Aren't you worried about him?
No.
You know, I don't know why Nikki thinks you're so wonderful. It's impossible to have a conversation with you while you're working. She's up there with him too, you know.
Good. You know, this digital downlink has to be cross-referenced because the binary...
You haven't been listening to a word I've been saying.
Mike's up a tree, Nikki's with him, and Vespucci's out there. Now, I was wondering, could Mike eat at your place while I'm up on the shuttle?
You're unbelievable. He's welcome any time.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Oh, Mum, you can't. It's embarrassing.
Listen, my girl. I was in the Green Movement back in Paris before you were even born. I fought tooth and nail against Vietnam, so don't tell me that I can't demonstrate. Besides, I go where my family is, and my family is here.
All that publicity. The whole department's in an uproar. The head can't even leave by the front door because of all the protesters. He has to sneak out the back. And do you know what they're saying? They're saying it's my fault.
Well, it's certainly not mine. I never wanted the new building in the first place. I helped build that tree house for Tony Masters' son.
Don't you understand, Frank? It's my career on the line. You've got to do something.
You're right. There's something I should have done from the very beginning. Well, move over.
You too, Frank.
Well, don't you think that I feel like protesting too sometimes? Always the one caught in the middle in these arguments? Always the one listening to other people's opinions? Well, today I'm saying what I think. And I think the tree should stay where it is.
Good on you, Mr. Giles.
Now you're one of us. Would you like to hear our protest song?
Yes, why not?
Yes, Minister, I understand that the publicity has been bad. But, sir, you can't hold me responsible. I was only following orders, sir. If it had been up to me, I'd never have made the idiotic decision to cut the thing down at all. Sir, I don't think that kind of language is called for.
No more excuses. Come on.
Well, if that's the way you feel, sir, you leave me with only one course of action. I know what'll happen, of course. They'll all deny responsibility and I'll be saddled with the blame. Well, as far as I'm concerned, that's the last straw.
Won't this cost you your job?
Probably. But I never really wanted to work there. But everyone said there was no security in being a musician.
You wanted to be a musician?
Yes. Violin, strangely enough. I wonder if I might,
Sure.
It's been a while. I might be a little rusty.
Ree? I've been thinking, you were right.
Aha!
I owe you an apology. I should have listened to you.
All right. Apology accepted.
Oh, Mike!
Eh?
You coming home for dinner? It's your turn to cook.
Sorry, Dad. I'm here for the duration.
You're a strange son, Michael.
You're a weird father, Dad.
Oh, what now? Hello? That was the minister. It seems he decided that any more publicity might upset the conservationists, and he can't afford that. Not with an election coming up. Plus, his wife is threatening him with all kinds of torture if he touches the hair on this tree's head.
What's he gonna do?
Well, I guess he'll say it was a mistake and rescind the order.
What's that mean?
It means that no one will dare touch this tree again. You've won!
Mr. Carver, we've won.
Hey! Well done, Maggie.
I guess it's back to the lab and my thesis.
I'll help you, Tim. After all, we do work well together. And I've always admired science.
Hang on. Mr. Carver, aren't you coming?
Not right now.
I thought they said you can have your old job back.
They did. But I'm not sure that I want it back. I need time to think about it. I might become a musician after all. It's so peaceful up here.
Come on, let's go home.
Oh, I forgot my violin. Should I go back and get it?
No.